Bro, I gotta be honest with you about something that's been messing with my head. So yesterday I'm going through old notes on my phone and I find this list from like 6 months ago called New Life Plan. Work out every day, eat better, read more, build the business, stop procrastinating. And then I'm scrolling, right? I'm scrolling down and I see another list from 3 months ago. Same exact stuff. Another one from last month. Word for word, the same. I'm just sitting there like, dude, how many times have I made this exact same list? And that's when it clicked. I don't have a motivation problem. I have a pattern problem. And if you're being real with yourself, you probably have the same one. So here's what happens, right? You get pumped about changing your life. Maybe you watch some motivational video. Maybe you have a shit day. Maybe you see someone doing better than you. So you write out this whole plan. You're going to transform everything starting Monday, right? And then Monday comes along. You're fired up. You wake up early, hit the gym, eat perfectly. You're thinking, finally, this is the real me. Tuesday, still good. Maybe you skip one thing, but whatever, you're still crushing it. Wednesday, you sleep in a bit. You skip the workout because you're tired. You grab food, fast food, because you had a rough day. And Thursday, back to the exact same patterns. Scrolling till 2, 3 a.m. Eating garbage, making excuses. And then you spend the next week feeling like shit about yourself. You know, you're promising that you'll start again Monday. You know, I've done this cycle probably like 50 times, maybe more. And it's not just habits, bro. It's everything. Like, think about your last relationship. You probably started strong, right? You planned dates, you stayed in shape, you made effort, then you got comfortable. You stopped trying, you started taking it for granted. The same pattern. And your fitness, you started motivated. You bought supplements, you meal prep for a week, and then missed one day, then two, then you're ordering pizza and you're wondering, what happened? Same pattern. Business ideas, personal development, learning new skills, all following this exact same 3-day death spiral. And here's what really messed me up when I realized this. Each time I quit, I wasn't just failing at that thing. I was training my brain that I'm the type of person who quits. It's like, imagine going to the gym and only doing 3 reps before leaving. Your muscles never grow. But worse, you start believing you're not capable of a real workout. That's happening to your self-trust. Every broken promise is proof that you can't rely on yourself. No wonder we don't trust ourselves with anything important. But during these 12 months of everyone thinking that I'm losing my mind, I stumbled onto something that actually works. Now, the problem isn't willpower. The problem is that we're trying to completely rebuild our identity in 3 days. Like, if I walked into the gym, having never lifted, and tried to deadlift 400 pounds, which I think is like 200 kilos for us guys here in Australia, I'd probably hurt myself and never come back. But that's what we do with our habits. Couch potato to discipline machine overnight. Your brain can't handle that shock, so it rebels and pulls you back to what feels safe. So instead, I started with something embarrassingly small. 10 push-ups. Before bed. That's it. Not because 10 push-ups would transform my life, but because I needed to prove to myself that when I say something's going to happen, it actually happens. And after 30 days of just those 10 push-ups, something shifted. And I wasn't building my chest. I was building evidence that I'm someone who follows through. Now, that tiny win gave me permission to try something slightly bigger. It's like learning to drive, right? You don't start on the highway. You start in an empty parking lot and then quiet streets. Eventually, you then go to busy roads. It's the same with rebuilding trust with yourself. Because here's what I figured out. Our confidence comes from keeping small promises to yourself consistently. Every time that you do what you said you'd do, that becomes a deposit in your self-trust account. Every time that you quit, that's a withdrawal. Now, most of us are so overdrawn that we don't even believe our own commitments anymore. But when you start keeping tiny promises, you start believing in yourself again. And that's when everything changes. The bigger goals become possible because you've proven to yourself that you can stick to things. Now, look, I'm not going to sit here and act like I've got it all figured out. I'm still building this thing, right? I'm still learning. I'm making mistakes. But I'm not the same guy who used to quit everything after 3 days. And if you're tired of that cycle, if you want to break this pattern once and for all, I've put together something that might help. It's called the 7-Day Masculine Reset. Not 30 days, not 90 days, just 7 days to prove to yourself that you're not that guy anymore. I'm going to be real with you. This isn't just feel-good motivation. It's complete psychology reset for guys who are done making the same promises that they know they won't keep. Links in the description. It's free. But here's the thing. You can save this video, tell yourself you'll, check it out when you have time and just pile it under all the other stuff that you think is going to change your life. Or you can actually click the link and prove to yourself that you're ready to break the pattern. Because another month of this cycle and you're going to be exactly where you are right now. Just more disappointed in yourself. The choice is yours, bro. But choose today. Because the pattern ends when you decide it ends. Not Monday, not next month. Today. Catch you guys in the next one.